Hi, this is Tom Hoskins for Mining Journal. I'm here with Drew Zimmerman, who's the CEO of Stallion Discoveries, which is a Toronto-listed exploration company focused on uranium, but also with some gold and critical minerals assets as well. Hi, Drew. How's it going?
I'm good, Tom. Thanks for having me on today.
Not at all. Great to have you with us. Now, I'm just going to start off with a question that I tend to ask everyone who is new to this platform, so investors may be less familiar with you. But yeah, just start by giving us a bit of an overview of Stallion. What are you about?
Yeah, thank you. Stallion Discoveries is an exploration company focused on the finding of uranium in the Athabasca Basin. So the Athabasca Basin is what we believe to be the best place in the world to be looking for uranium, bar none. It's home to the highest grade deposits anywhere in the world. And we think the uranium space is going to be very important for our energy security globally as we move forward. So we're really excited about our projects there.
Okay, and obviously you've got some pretty high profile assets in Athabasca Basin. Whereabouts are you exactly?
Yeah, in the Athabasca Basin, we picked up and acquired close to 80,000 hectares. So a very significant land package that goes right from the west to the eastern side of the basin. But where our heavy footprint is in the western side. So we have just over 68,000 hectares there. That's going to be our focus. We think the western side of the Athabasca Basin is going to be a spotlight of the basin because you have companies like NextGen bring the world's largest high-grade deposit online. They're looking to bring that into production. You have Fission Triple R discovery there. And most recently, you have the F3 uranium ultra high-grade discovery in that area as well. So you're seeing development dollars come in. You're seeing new discoveries being made in that area. So we are really focused there. We have a single project called our Coffer project that goes right from Shea Creek, which is an Orano uranium energy company project, all the way down to F3. Their PLN project wraps around their east side and stops just 20 kilometers north of the NextGen Arrow deposit. So we're right in the center of everything that's going on in the western side of the basin with a large footprint and very excited about the prospects that land package has for us.
And so what have you got planned in the way of exploration in the next year?
Yeah, we are very fortunate that we actually just closed on a $4 million non-brokered private placement. So we're well funded. We had a little over $1 million in cash after our acquisition of the projects in the Athabasca Basin to start this year. So we're well funded to move forward. And when you have 800 square kilometers, really the only way to get after a project of that size or projects of that size is to do an airborne survey. So we are going to be kicking off near term an airborne geophysics survey across all of our projects, because that's really going to give us the starting point that will give us the conductors that are the roadmap for the initial side of the exploration efforts in the basin. So we'll be kicking that off shortly and looking to follow that up later this year once we have some more targets to go after that have focused in on a smaller area of the packages that we picked up.
Okay, thanks for that, Drew. Now I know uranium is a big part of your focus at the moment, but you also have some other assets, as I mentioned at the top. Can you talk about those a little bit, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've built this company over the last 2.5 years with the idea that you want to be in the best jurisdictions for the resources that you're looking for, and having projects that are large and underexplored, but right next to absolute world-class deposits or discoveries. So that's how we've acquired our projects in the Athabasca Basin. And in our other projects, we have a gold project, gold and critical minerals in Idaho. That is right next to Perpetua Resources. So we share their border. They have over 6 million ounces of gold in the ground. Perpetua is looking to bring that historic site back into production and build a mine and mill there. And then in Nevada, we're right next to I-80 Gold's Ruby Hill. So that was an old Barrick pit that had 1.5 million ounces of gold production out of it. They have a 7.5 million ounce gold resource right next to it. And I-80 has been drilling that like crazy and getting just tremendous results with multiple new discoveries. they'll be putting out a new resource as well as bring an underground mine into production there in the years ahead. So again, right next to absolute world-class deposits and assets across our portfolio, but do have two great gold assets to go along with our uranium assets.
Okay, great. Thank you, Drew. Maybe just let's wrap things up then. What else should investors know about Stallion?
Yeah, I think the important thing to know when you're looking at a junior exploration company is the team and the people involved, and that's where I will point to one of my larger shareholders, and he's on my board of advisors, Stephen Stanley. He's done exactly what we are trying to do now in the Athabasca Basin. So over a decade ago, he had a company. He was the president and CEO of Hathor Resources, brought that up right from exploration with the Rough Rider deposit, and eventually sold it to Rio Tinto in 2012 for $650 million. So having a mentor on our team, on our board of advisors, that's done exactly what we are trying to do and been very successful at that is a huge help. So not only him, but the rest of our team, very experienced and leveraging everybody's experience to really create value in this name. But again, having somebody that's been there and done what we look to do, it always goes a very long way. So very happy to have him as part of our team.
Fantastic, Drew. Well, thank you so much for that overview. That's all we have time for today, but it just remains for me to thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. And we will see you all next time. That concludes this video for Mining Journal. Goodbye.